Hello and welcome to Cole Red Plays Raid Shadow Legends. I am Cole Red. Thank you for joining me. The portal is golden. We love that color. That's a great color. We've got 2x Sacred Shards going on right now. It's in conjunction with the Summon Rush for the Eostrid Fusion event. I do need to pull at least some shards. We're going to figure out what shards we have to pull, and then we're going to pull them. We're going to have some fun. It's good to be back on the main account. Hope you're ready for it. Let's get started. Quick question for you. I am still tinkering with the layout here. So I have been reading the comments. A lot of you like the new layout because it's a little bit cleaner. I have to admit that I like it better too because I don't have to worry so much about where my camera is on the screen and if I'm covering any vital information. However, some of you who are mobile viewers, you watch YouTube on your phones, you said that the gameplay screen was a little bit too small before. So I have shrunk myself down about 20%. And increase the size of the screen about 20%. And I hope we've found a happy medium. I mean, we're never going to make everybody happy all of the time, but let me know if we found a pretty good ratio here. Am I too small? Am I still too big? Is the screen still too small? Let me know in the comments below. I appreciate it. And hopefully we will find the perfect distribution of space here so that it's easily viewable, nice and clean, but also, you know, not too small. All right, thanks so much. Okay, so here she is. This is Eostrid. We have 60 fragments, which I'm pretty sure means we haven't missed any fragments yet. I just checked the schedule, the calendar, and it feels like we've hit every single fragment, including all 15 from the Champion Chase, which was back at the beginning. Normally they do Summon Rush first and then Champion Chase. This time around, it's been the opposite. So we need 40 fragments, and there are 50 fragments left. So we can skip 10 fragments. So let's go take a look at the calendar and kind of plan where we're going to skip our fragment. Okay, so today is Friday, April 12th. I have completed the Dragon Tournament. So I have gotten these fragments. So we've gotten all of the fragments from the tournament. So that's, let's see, 30, 40, 45. Plus, we've gotten the 15 from the events. Dungeon Divers 1, Artifact Enhancement Event 1, and Dungeon Divers Event 2. I have not done the Artifact Enhancement Event 2, so that gives us our 60 fragments. So that means that I have 10 fragments I can give away. Now, I've been thinking about this. I want legendary tomes. I need legendary tome. So I think what I am likely to do, because it is a 2x Sacred Shard event, is I'm going to pull 6 shards today and get the full 15 fragments from the Summon Rush. I'm going to do the complete champion training event as well because there's a legendary tome at the end of that, so we'll pick that up. And that'll leave us 10 fragments at the end to not have to worry about. Now, I'm going to do the Classic Arena Takedown, of course. I'm going to do the Ice Golem Tournament, I think, because it's pretty easy. But I'll stop short on the Dungeon Divers event. I won't complete all of the Dungeon Divers event. Don't need to burn all of that energy. And then I don't want to spend all the silver on the Artifact Enhancement Event 3, so I'm going to save some silver because I've got a lot of champions I want to rebuild. I have a lot of champions on my main account that I haven't shown off yet because I've been doing the free-to-play channel. So I'm going to hold on to that silver, and that's going to allow me to rebuild some champions or to build some new champions entirely. And so I think that's the plan right now. So in today's video, we're going to pull 6 shards. That's what we're going to do. 500 points per shard. We need, I think, 3150. Let's go check in-game just to make sure. Okay, so there it is, 3150. Now, I like going for these legendary tomes. I like going for this mythical skill tome, but I pulled all my shards during the Quadrig chase, whatever that was, you know, that special event, that hero's chase. So I don't have as many shards as I would normally have during a fusion, and so I'm not going to go after these legendary skill tomes. Instead, I'm going to take the consolation prize, which is the 1 tome in the champion training. So I'll go all the way up to 11,000 points here, even though I only need 6,100 points. I'll probably go all the way to 11,000 points. I can do a lot of that with brews. We still have 2.5 days. So we'll go and get the Primal Shard, the Epic Tome, the Legendary Skill Tome here. I think that's going to be my plan. Of course, your plan may differ, right? You may not need this Legendary Skill Tome, or you may not have the resources. Just make sure you get your fragments, right? It's always good to plan ahead before you start pulling shards. Because once you start pulling shards, you know, the adrenaline hits, you start to get that rush, and it can be hard to know exactly how many shards you should pull. Now, it is a 2x event. There is also a targeted boost, and this is pretty cool. This is another reason why I want to pull for Falmond Mornsword. Now, I like the Sacred Order. Sacred Order is cool. I don't think this guy looks fantastic. I think he's a little bit busy. I think his armor is a little bit, I don't know. He looks okay. I like that he's bald, right? I like that he's bald. He looks tough and grizzled, and he's got tattoos and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. There's something about all the mix of colors, a little bit extra. He's kind of cool looking. He's growing on me. He's growing on me. I don't love it, but I think it's okay. But anyway, he is one of the champions that has a unity, faction unity. So he is a ×10, I believe, right now. It's not a progressive chance, but he is a ×10. So this would be pretty cool. Now, I've looked at his kit. He looks like a single target nuker. He has some cool synergies. So I wouldn't mind him. He'd be cool to mess around with. I don't have any faction unity champions. So that would be the big one. Still looking for my Duchess. Still looking for a Kaimar. Still looking for a Kyoku. Still looking for a Geomancer. So those are the champions out there. I'm sure that there are others, but those are all the ones that I can think of right now that are at the top of my list. So any of those would be fantastic. All right, let's get to it. Let's pull some shards. This is, oh boy. Okay. I've been on a really, really cold streak, but my last shard video landed on a good note. My last shard pulled a legendary. I'm hoping to hit one here today. That'd be nice. But if not, I have to remember the points are an investment in Eostrid, and she's fantastic. She's going to be great. All right, so let's go ahead and pull the first one. We're pulling 6. I'm not going to be pulling more. I'm not going to be pulling more. I might be pulling more. Who knows? No, I don't think I am. If I had like 12 or 14, I would pull more to get those legendary tomes. But that was number 1. Let's pull number 2. Come on. Okay, every time I see purple now, I'm just waiting for Geo. I'm just waiting for Geo. Come on, buddy. Maybe he's mad at me because I picked Deacon in the Raid Madness contest. All right, so number 3. Let's go. Anchorite. I actually think he is new on this account. He was part of a fusion event last year, and I got him on several accounts, and I thought I had him on this account, but I think I must have used him up for the fusion, and so I couldn't hold a copy. So I think he's new on this account, and he's actually pretty good. He's a buff extender, increases duration of allied buffs. He's also got some other utilities, some heals and stuff like that. Okay, I think that was what, number 3. 3 more. Come on, number 4. Lucky number 4. My luck may be continuing. My free-to-play challenge luck was not very good with shards. Let's keep going. Come on. Kunoichi, who I like her name more than I like her kit, I think. I just like saying Kunoichi. But okay. Last one. Last one. Come on. We can do this. We can do this. I have faith. We're going to hit gold right now. How about now? Yes. Yes, calling it. Loriaka. Okay. All right. Not too bad. This is a new champion for my account. The reason I like, any new champion is good. Any new champion is good. The funny thing about this is one of the fusions I skipped last year because I was burned out on fusions. And that was right before the string of crazy good fusions that we couldn't skip. And then I've done like 9 fusions in a row or something like that now. So this was literally the last fusion I skipped. And now I have her anyway. So that's pretty cool. So Great Hoof Loriaka, she is a support. I actually don't remember her kit that much. Double hitter, steals a random buff. Okay, that's not too bad. Attacks all enemies, has a 100% chance of decreased resistance. That's kind of cool. On a 3-turn cooldown. I gotta say, that's kind of cool. There aren't that many decreased resistances in the game, and very few AoE decreased resistance. All right. Block debuffs on all allies for 2 turns. Also fills the turn meter of all allies by 20% on a 3-turn cooldown. That's an interesting block debuffs. That's not something that you normally get. You don't normally get turn meter fill with a block debuff. And then Hoofbeats Fills this champion's turn meter by 5% each time an ally buff is removed, transferred, stolen, or expires. So she gets extra turn meter, which allows her to come back around to her skills. So it's, it's about placing debuffs and blocking debuffs and stealing buffs. So actually, I don't remember why I skipped her, because she seems like a decent champion. But maybe it was just something, like I said, I was burned out at the time. And at that point, I was still trying to do like every other fusion back in the day before I was a content creator. Now I do every fusion just because. All right, so I'm pretty excited. That's great. That's great to get a new legendary. We're going to stop there. That feels good. 2 back-to-back shard pull videos where we hit a legendary on our last shard. Apparently that's the new thing here. We got the Anchorite. That feels good. Look at that. All of the Sacred Order epics are now complete. Got the full set. That feels great. And then we've got the Great Hoof Loriaka. Skinwalkers used to be a really tough faction for faction crypts, and now it's gotten very easy. Right? Just not that bad. Not that bad. All right, now let's go look at our points just to make sure. We're going to still have to pull 150 mystery shards to get these 10 fragments, but that's fine because we're doing champion training, and we're going to probably pull at least 150 mystery shards during champion training anyway. So this should be absolutely fine. We're going to go ahead and grab all of the resources right now except for the energy. I'm not sure what I'm using the energy on just yet. And that's it. All right, let me know if you pulled shards today. Did you hit on a champion? Did anybody get the Faction Unity champion because of the extra chance? Let me know how he is. I think he could be cool. All right, and if you missed, again, remember, just like I've said before, 1, share it with us because if we commiserate, it feels a little bit better. And 2, remember that it's an investment in the Fusion champion. And so even if you miss, you're building your Mercy counter, and you are moving towards that Eostrid Fragment champion, who you could pull during the next CVC for personal rewards. All right, that is it for me. Thanks so much for hanging out. I have been Colred. I will see you in another video soon.